Hey everybody, welcome back to Red Road Paranormal. I'm Christina. I'm here with Rez, and we are here with our friend Sydney from Parachicks Paranormal. I can speak. I
Spit it
can.
out.
I can say it. I know I can. Hi, Sydney.
Hi guys, how are y'all?
Good. How are you? Rez, do you want to officially introduce our guest?
Well, you kind of did,
I
but
kind of
Sydney
did.
Reyes, Sydney Reyes, long, pretty much a friend of ours now for about 2 years. Yeah, you might have seen her. She was on one of our Facebook lives that we did. She popped in for one of the Halloween specials. You might have seen me on her show once or twice in the past. So she's been around. She was a
Cool.
member of a couple of them Southern teams down in Texas, and now she's out on her own.
Got it.
So she's good shit. So, what are you up to tonight, Sydney?
Just came home to unwind from a long day at work.
Yeah.
Oh.
I'm a pharmacy tech in training at HEB. Whoop, whoop. And
Okay.
it's been crazy with the holidays coming in, and so everyone trying to get all their meds before they leave for the holidays. So it was a
Mhm.
busy day, very busy.
So you're telling me the paranormal in the South doesn't pay like the paranormal in the North doesn't pay?
Sadly, not yet.
Yeah.
They'll have a lot more things to investigate than we do. Like we have our ghost and we have our like La Lloronas and the Lechusas, but y'all have like the Bigfoots and y'all have
You
uh
guys got chupacabras.
if you could ever find one of those.
That's the same thing they say about our Bigfoots.
Right? I was just gonna say that. Yeah.
There's proof of like the Bigfoots out there. Chupacabra,
Well,
as long as I've been alive, it's just been something our parents tell us. I
Mhm.
have yet to find anyone who actually has seen one and caught evidence of one.
Hmm.
kind of got a
Other
point
than
there.
like your goats and your cows being drained, I mean, there's endless possibilities of why that could happen. You
Right.
have coyotes, you have your bobcats, you have other
Vampires.
vampires. Let me find out
Aliens.
Colin's out
Yeah.
here.
Yeah, them gray things in the sky.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah. Yeah.
that's my main thing. I don't think that these animals are getting drained because of a chupacabra. I think it's otherworldly things because we are not alone. We're not. No
No.
matter
No.
who you are and what you think. I used to not believe in them. I'm gonna be honest, but the more I think about it, I'm like, yo, there's something else out there besides us.
God,
It's
I hope
Yes.
so. Because if we are the pinnacle of all creation, all of
Lord help
creation
us.
is in trouble.
Yeah.
I'm just
Well,
saying.
terrible.
I look at it like this, and this is why I've looked at it for years, even before I got into the paranormal and I went down to different rabbit holes. The creator created us, right? In this
Right.
whole big, vast universe, why would he only put life on this one rock?
That's
And
always been
there's
my theory.
millions of
Yes.
rocks out there.
Exactly.
That has
And
always been my theory since I was a little kid. Like, that doesn't
yeah,
even make sense.
yeah,
Yeah.
and then you got our scientists looking at this whole, this one might be able to support human life. Well, it doesn't matter if it can support human life or not. Who says they live on a totally different ecosystem than we do, and
Right.
what we can't survive on, they can.
Yeah. I think my thing with not believing in the past was because that's a scary concept. Like knowing that there's other beings out there besides us. And then I had fallen down a wormhole one day of like this renowned psychic person. I don't even remember her name. It was a podcast. She had said that she believes that people who have abilities or gifts were one time abducted by aliens, experimented on, and so that's why we have our gifts because every once in a while when we have our outer body experiences or we have like those what are those instances where like you're trying to sleep paralysis that it's
Yep.
them coming back to check on you. And I'm like, yo, this lady might be onto something. And so I'm like, okay, okay, maybe they're right. So, I
Mm.
mean, who knows?
Uh,
Interesting.
all I says, who knows? We could just be one big ant farm for someone else.
Ooh, imagine that'd be cool.
You know.
How does that joke go where some alien kids science project
Yep.
sitting on a shelf in his bedroom, and it's just like a C average project anyway. So,
Yeah.
That would actually be kind of cool. It's like that one ending of Men in Black where they like open up the locker and we're like
yeah,
in another world. That's
Yeah.
great. That is
You
good.
yeah,
know, would that be,
That's
kids throwing a tantrum and the whole room shakes? That's why we have earthquakes and shit.
that could be.
he gets mad and shakes it. Oh,
What the hell are you guys doing?
as
Can't you get
long as I'm
along?
his favorite aunt, that's all I care about.
There you go. There's a
Yeah,
way to look at it. I love that.
there you
Yeah.
go.
I don't know. The kid cries, and that's why it rains, and
Oh,
Right.
spinning
wow.
around,
Thunder
and
is
that's why we
screaming.
have tornadoes. And
I think we're onto something here, you
you
guys.
think so?
Right? Maybe.
You know, at this point, it's hard to discount anything, you know.
True.
Right.
It's
That's true. Yeah.
You
although
know,
that's a little bit of a stretch. Little bit.
as she stretches the stretch.
As she stretches a stretch. Yeah, yeah.
Facts. Yep.
I don't know.
But
So what do you think of all these drones, guys? Like all
Oh,
these drones that people have been seeing, and I just saw somebody today posted a picture of something that they saw in the sky over Waukesha today, and it looked like a row of lights, but not the Starlink kind of lights. It like they were wrapped around something.
hmm.
government.
Think so?
I think they're experimenting on some stuff and they're just trying to keep it hush hush and calling it something that we're more familiar with that's not scary to us, but they're actually trying out some stuff. Because there's a lot of shady stuff the government's been doing lately.
Oh
Yeah.
yeah, and it's coming to light so much
Mm,
Hmm.
faster. Yeah,
With all the disclosures and everything we've had over the past year,
yeah.
there's so
yep.
many things that have been brought into the light that
Hmm.
really make you think. That's why when I start hearing stuff like this right away, I'm thinking, it's probably government related. You
Yeah.
know,
But with no record of it.
there never is.
Right?
Because they
Exactly.
nebulize us.
Look into the light.
Look into the
Bing.
light. Wow, that's kind of
Yeah.
crazy. Boy, that we kind of took a left turn there, huh?
Yeah, we did. It went off the rails right away.
Right away, because why wait?
Hey,
Gotta, if you're gonna go
reel
out
it back
the gate,
in here.
go out the gate strong. I mean, just
Yeah.
he said better reel him back.
So back to the paranormal. What got you into the paranormal?
Oh,
Wanting to go out and investigate it and
so it happened when I was 12. I saw my first full shadow person, and I remember vividly. I was sleeping on the second bunk in my cousin's room. I was asleep, and it got ice cold, and I was within arm's reach from the vent. So I put my hand up, and there's no air coming out. And so I'm like, "Why is it this cold?" So I turned to look outside the window, and when I turned to look, there was a lady with curly hair, broad shoulders, and she must have been really tall because I was on the second bunk bed, like the top bunk bed, or floating off the ground. And I grew up in a Catholic household, so my grandma always told me if you're ever scared, pray. So I covered my head and I started praying. When I got done, it was hot. I was sweating. And I remember I couldn't scream because nothing was coming out. I couldn't cry like for help because I was just frozen in fear. And so the next morning at breakfast, I'm crying to my aunt, telling her what's going on. And she's like, she doesn't know what to say. And her daughters come in the room and they're like standing there listening. And she goes, "Go over there. I don't want y'all to hear this. This is too scary." Well, the youngest one says, "If you're talking about the old lady in our room, we already know." And she looks at me and looks at them and she goes, "What?" And the older one goes, "Yeah, mom, the old lady in our room, she'll either sit on the bed and watch us play or she likes to look outside the window." And my aunt's like, "Y'all are crazy. There's no old lady in your room." When she said that, their bedroom door slammed shut. They bolted out that house. But I remember,
Well, there you go.
so, yeah, I remember I was so scared. My grandma, who's a curandera, used to, she had to cleanse me of susto because I just wouldn't stop crying. And that night they're like, oh, we're gonna go back. Maybe, we'll talk to her. And I was like, nope, not going back. And then after that, I was like, you know what? There's more out there than what we think. And then I started seeing more shadow people. I started hearing voices that I know weren't inside my head. And so that's what got me into the paranormal. And that's what started my journey.
So you went completely from nope, I ain't gonna fuck with that. Pardon the language, I ain't gonna mess with that. To let's go out on a Saturday night and see who wants to talk to us.
Exactly. Yeah, that was like
Complete 180, huh?
yeah, it was complete 180. And I was like, that's crazy. And yes, like I said, since then I've been seeing shadows and I've been talking to them and feeling their emotions and being able to connect with them and help them cross over and help get closures for people who have lost loved ones. So it's been an interesting journey.
Nice. Very cool.
Yeah, I can relate. It's definitely an interesting journey for sure. Yeah.
It is. It is. I think it's
Yeah.
also what makes it so interesting is while you're going to investigations and you are gifted, you learn a new gift that you have or it enhances a little bit more. And you're like, whoa, like you learn things about yourself that you didn't even know.
Oh, good
Oh
point.
yeah.
Good point. Yeah.
Every time I go out in the field, I get a little bit stronger, a little more confident.
Hmm.
It's going to be now. Some of them are starting to contact me prior to going to these locations. And I'm seeing things, and I'll end up go to the location, and I'll say something, and the person from the location be like, "Yeah, that happens."
Yep. I think that's so
Yeah.
cool.
So do either or both of you see any of this when you're not involved in this in an investigation?
Oh yeah, all the time.
Do you? Like at work and in traffic and
I will drive past an accident scene and I'll immediately know who was involved, what happened. I can drive down the road past a memorial site and know that person and connect with that person. And I'm just like, wow. And then there's times at work when I'm checking someone out and their loved one comes forward and I'm like, no, we're at work. We ain't doing this right now. Like, as much as you want to
yeah.
connect with them, I don't want to stand here and be like, okay, here's your lisinopril. By the way, your husband Charlie wants me to tell you.
Right? There's just sometimes when it's not appropriate, so you just
Right.
don't say it. Like, um, I went to a grocery store today and it's one I don't normally go to, but they had a specialty item I was looking for. So I went to this grocery store and I've been in that store before because I used to live in that neighborhood. There's never a full parking lot, right? Today, jam packed,
Oh yeah.
jam packed today. So
Hmm.
I was having a hard time, like just navigating, getting through that store with all these people, and at least at that store, it's kind of a higher end store. So
Mhm.
people are more polite, I guess. But it was just like the lady who was in checkout line behind me. Um, I kept hearing a man tell me to turn around. And I'm like, okay. So I just kind of glanced behind me and he said, that's my wife. And I'm like, she looks nice. I did, what do I say? He's
Right.
like,
Yeah.
I'm trying to talk to her. And I'm like, I just, this is like a mental conversation. I wasn't talking out loud, obviously.
Right.
But I'm like, I can't do that right here, right now. This isn't an appropriate time or place.
Yeah.
And he's like, but I want to talk to her. And I'm like, find a way to get her to call me. I don't know what to tell you, but I cannot do that right
Yeah.
here, right now. I don't do that, So, I
Yeah.
mean,
We respect boundaries.
Yeah. You gotta yeah.
right. I have to respect her boundaries. And he was like, ah. That was like the last I heard of him. But
You should have told him,
yeah,
you want something like that, take his butt out to Long Island. There's
there
someone
you
out there
go.
that'll take care of it for him.
Help you real quick. Yeah, that stuff like that is oh, I
Yeah.
love moments like that, but then other times I'm like, oh. Like just recently we did our first ever Paracon here in San Marcos, and I was doing a demonstration on dowsing rods and how they're used. And I finished the like telling this girl and her boyfriend about dowsing rods, and I stop and I look at her and I'm like, your sister passed, didn't you? And she was like, what? I was like, yeah. I said, y'all used to play dress up all the time and you would get in trouble because there was clothes everywhere. And she looks at her boyfriend shocked because, mind you, we're just talking about dowsing rods 1 minute.
Right.
And then, like, yeah. And I'm like, well, she wants to let you know she loves you and she misses you and she's okay. And she starts bawling her eyes out. And I'm like, I'm so sorry. Okay, have fun with your dowsing rods. Bye.
That's a hit and run.
I was like, man. But she
No.
was like, just there. Like, I don't like to say nagging because I don't want, like to me, I just don't think it sounds right when you're like, oh, spirits are nagging and nagging. But yeah, the sister was just like, tell her, tell her, tell her. And I'm like,
Yeah.
oh,
Sometimes they won't give up.
yeah,
Yeah, sometimes they won't give up. I mean, today I that guy was not going to give up, but I had to stand my ground. It just would
yeah.
not have been appropriate.
I guess I
Yeah.
own that.
But you were already in a paranormal situation.
Right. Yeah.
That's the difference. I would totally do that
Yeah.
in a paranormal situation.
Yep.
Absolutely. But not in a grocery store. Like,
You
just
wouldn't be like Teresa and just be like, hey,
no,
brother named Charlie.
no.
No, that's to me, that's unacceptable.
No, like there is a professional way to do things, y'all are
Mhm.
right. And there's a time and a place. We'll just say
Yeah.
You
that.
know, for me to tell someone straight off the streets that I don't know and be like, hey, your uncle's here and he's saying this, blah, blah, blah. There has to be a pretty strong reason and feeling in me to break that just to come out of someone up to someone like that. You
Exactly. There
know,
has to be a really good reason.
if it was
Yeah.
someone that I know or I interact with at work, a little more, not as hesitant to do it, a little more easier to do it. But at that point in time, you currently know that person. You're not walking up to a cold stranger
Right.
Right.
that, because anyone that knows me, they know what I'm about.
Hmm.
So some people actually, will walk up and be like, I think someone's following me. Can you help me out here?
I have
Sometimes you
that
get
too.
some.
Yeah.
Sometimes you gotta say, yeah, or sometimes, well, you might want to go talk to the doctor. I got meds for that. You know,
Work great too.
Oh, wow. That's crazy. So, you, how often do you do investigations?
I used to do investigations like every single weekend. But now I just do them every once in a while. Like I just got back from Yorktown Memorial Hospital. That was an interesting case or investigation. Um, at the end of November, I did the what was it? Haunted Hill House and Mineral Wells with Texas Ghost Chasers. We went out there. And then before that was the Paracon, which was back in October. So yeah, it's just every once in a while. Like, well,
Sometimes that's okay because it's going to
yeah,
pick up again.
yeah.
yeah,
I think it's okay. Like at first I used to beat myself up. I'm like, man, like you used to go every single weekend, like what's going on? But it's like it's okay to step back from the paranormal and just have some you time and turn
Hmm.
off your gifts, so to speak, and just shut it off.
Yeah.
Because the paranormal is always going to be there. Your gifts
yeah,
are there. You just
Hmm.
need some you time sometimes to reset.
Right. Exactly. I just did that this week, 2 days in the
Nice.
woods in a cabin, just
Oh,
me and my friend's two golden retrievers, and that was it. It was nice.
yeah, that's
Yeah,
awesome. Just
yeah,
some time for yourself. Yeah.
absolutely. I think we all need to do that more often,
Mm-hmm.
and with so many people on the planet, sometimes it's hard to find that space,
Oh yeah.
you know.
Way hard for sure.
yeah. I'm lucky about that being up here in the woods now, being back home on the reservation. I can go out in the woods and disappear for a day if time allows it
Hmm.
Yeah.
and not get interrupted because there's hardly any cell service up here.
Oh yeah, that's true. Not no, it's
Yeah.
hard for me. I'd have to like set up a whole getaway and go. because not
Yeah.
even at home am I by myself. I have a 7-year-old.
Oh,
So,
I'm never by myself. I literally have to get away to be by myself.
Yeah.
So I get that. I'm always surrounded by people one way or another.
Same.
mhm.
Same here. Yeah.
Mhm.
So paranormal for you is mostly spirits, ghosts?
Um, yeah, I'm still a little scared to wander onto the other side, which, is the whole Bigfoot and aliens. And just because a big part of me is like, you know, as well as everyone else knows, there's more out there than just us. And
Oh
that's
yeah.
the scary thing. But I mean, sometimes you have to be scared to find things out and to understand.
Yeah. I think I kind of go the other way. I'm a little afraid that, I'm grateful that we're not alone in the universe because if it was just us on this planet and no other life anywhere, like, damn,
Right?
that's a scary thought.
What would you say it like that? Jesus,
Right?
I have to reevaluate my
We're,
whole life now.
we're the outcasts of creation.
Like,
Yeah,
yeah,
that's yeah.
I'm a little
You
grateful
know,
that, maybe there's some guidance out there somewhere,
right? I always wondered if when they fly past Earth, if they like lock the doors on their ship.
Well, if they're
Like,
smart, they do.
hey guys, watch this neighborhood. Lock it up. Do not stop. You
You
know,
don't want to get
they're
you
not
don't want
evolved yet.
you don't want the ship to crash there.
No,
Yeah.
no.
Ask Uncle Larry what happened to him back in 50, whatever.
Either that or they're like driving past us laughing and be like, man, these people, they're crazy. Have they not learned anything yet?
Right? Or like the local freak show.
Yeah.
For real. They paid us to come see us. You
That
look
that
to your
could
right.
be. That could be. We could be like, some kind of an exhibit somewhere.
An
Yeah.
attraction, yeah.
Yeah.
So where are you going this weekend? Oh, we're going to go to Earth.
Yeah. We saved all summer for this. Even
Yeah.
even little John's coming with us. We think he's
And
old enough now. He can handle the craziness of the planet.
and it's getting
Hallelujah.
weirder, guys. We got to go see it now.
Yeah, before they destroy themselves, they're on the brink of it. Man, you
Yeah.
got to be able to watch the mushroom clouds from space. It's a sight never like you've ever seen before.
Oh, that's crazy.
It is crazy. But so I actually do get more comfort from the idea that there's others out there.
Yeah,
It kind of feels, even with so many of us on the planet and all of the other animals that are on the planet that are sentient and all of that, it feels kind of isolating to think that we are alone,
Right.
you know but
Yeah.
then maybe that's just my weird perspective. I don't know.
I think I'm starting to pick up on your perspective because, yeah, I mean, it would be great to know that we're not just a ball out here by ourselves with no one else around us.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that to me that's scarier.
So we're going to start a whole Twilight thing with that.
Yeah.
Don't copyright it. We said it first.
right. Need our permission
That's right.
in writing.
Wow,
Yeah,
that's
definitely.
crazy. I don't,
Mhm.
it's so weird. It's just been in the last few months. I mean, I've always believed in aliens. I can remember 5 years old, growing up in the craziest family, like just absolute insanity. And I can remember just standing in my front yard and looking up and going, "Are you coming back for me?
Aw.
Why did you leave me here? Are you coming back for me?" I mean, like, I just can remember doing that. And so I've always believed that there was more out there. But it's only been in the last few months that I'm starting to actually visually see any of that evidence. And it's mostly in small green rectangular lights.
Wow.
Hmm.
Yeah, like
You sure someone ain't playing with a laser with you?
maybe.
The little green pointers.
It could be somebody with a cat laser. I don't know.
Yeah. So I'm trying to say when them green
But
pointer
I'm saying that's
lasers.
still evidence. It's
That is still evidence.
still evidence.
They've seen the cat videos on TikTok. Now they're trying to get your attention. They oh, the cats will do it. Let's see if we can get the humans to do it. Some stupid
Yeah.
human tricks.
I will totally follow that little rectangular green light.
Right? If it gets me back to the ship, we're good.
That's right.
I prefer mine in a cat ball form, so
Oh, there you go.
the cat balls, I'm good.
I got a
Can you
couple of
juggle
them.
them? Are you good at juggling? Can you?
I'm not good at juggling. I just get really excited when they go off.
Hey,
There you
I
go.
got light up fidget spinners.
Oh, that works.
That would work.
Yeah,
That work,
Yeah,
yeah.
that would
you
totally work.
yeah. Dr. Heather Lee gave me that idea, and one of my nieces sent me a package full of them. Here, try this out, unks.
Ah,
Awesome.
So yeah, I've been trying to get some suckers to light up an investigation. I've had no luck yet. Just
Hmm,
move them for me. Once they're lit, just tap it and just watch it spin.
that would be cool.
that would be
Yeah, I
cool.
want to. Yeah, that would be cool. So if that ever happens, let me know.
Oh, definitely. If it happens, it'll be caught on video, and the whole world's gonna see it.
We will send it to Paranormal Caught on Camera.
Oh no, it'll be on the caps. It'll be on the caps channel.
Oh,
You
nice. Yeah,
know,
There you go.
even better.
you know.
Yep. I kind of love that we can all have our own channels now.
Mm,
Yeah.
So you want a channel? Make one.
yeah.
Yep.
Yep. For the cost of having internet, you can make a channel.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yep.
I haven't posted to mine in forever. I've been going down the whole TikTok trend thing, so
I've been staying away from TikTok.
it's so hard
Yeah.
to do.
I played with it a little bit before I moved. I think for like 2 weeks, and I said, "No, I'm done for now." But very easily, can I fall down the rabbit hole called YouTube? That happens all too often.
Yeah.
That's yeah.
Absolutely. Yeah.
Which chances are, if you're watching this on video, you're seeing it on YouTube. So remember to like, share, subscribe, and all that good stuff. It really helps the channel.
Yes.
Haha, I segued into that one. Didn't see it coming.
Good job, dude. One of us had to do it. It was your turn.
Right? It's a scary night when I'm the one on point.
Right? Oh my gosh. Yeah. See, I think because I've been breathing flour, particles all day, baking cookies and.
Oh, that kind of flour. Oh,
Yeah.
okay. Just making sure it's specified there.
Yeah,
There's some other
not the other
flours. Okay,
The
okay.
white,
Just making
the white
sure.
stuff that floats in the air when you're making cookies.
Now, watch what you say there too with that.
You're making cookies, not when you're eating
Get us in
cookies.
trouble.
No, the kind made out of wheat. How's that? Let's get.
Okay. Got through that without getting censored.
Christmas cookies. Christmas cookies.
All right.
Yes. But I'm glad somebody's on the ball today because I am not. I'm just not. I kind of went into like holiday mode and my brain went, okay, I don't have to work now.
Aw.
Yeah, I put in my 11 hours a day, and after this, then I get to go into holiday mode. I had a brother of mine show me a picture through text that he's got a bottle of Blackberry Crown Royal for me
Oh,
for
wow.
Christmas, and something I've never tried. So
Hmm.
I'm looking forward to it. I don't drink, but when I do, it's usually a mixer with some kind of Crown Royal.
Ooh.
And stay home.
Yep.
Stay home.
Nope. Hunker in.
Yep, exactly. Exactly. Wow. So what's for both of you actually? So what's on the horizon for 2025?
Hmm.
Since we're only about a week out.
Yeah.
World domination.
Oh, somebody else already pulled that card. Sorry.
Damn.
Dang, they beat you to it, Rez.
All right. We're taking back the country.
You
You can have the rest of the world. I just want the country. Nah, for real. I don't know. Try to get out as much as I can for so many investigations I can. And we have the CAPS convention coming up this spring. Other than
Nice.
that, that's all I got going on.
Wow.
You
Okay.
know, filming with the team. Nothing else set in stone yet.
It'll all
Nice.
come together.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
it's gonna be a bigger year than last year.
Mhm. What about you,
Yeah.
Sydney? What do you got going on coming up in the next year that you
Um,
know of? I mean,
we have,
there's going to be some plot twists and surprises, but
oh yeah,
yeah.
for sure.
On her trail, I guarantee it.
Oh, what?
I said on your trail, there's gonna be some plot twists and
Oh yeah.
surprises coming.
What's a little bit of plot, no plot twists in my life. There's always a plot twist in my life.
Hmm.
Mm-hmm.
Um, but from what I know for sure, Paranormal Fest in San Antonio, Texas, it'll be their 8th year, so I've gone every single year. So that's for sure. And then we're gonna have our second annual Paracon at the Triple Six Social here in San Marcos. Um, and just doing more investigations, getting out there and investigating more.
So what are the dates on those?
For real, that's what I was just gonna ask.
So the Paranormal Fest in San Antonio usually happens. So they don't have their date just set yet because it's going to be put on by Curious Twins.
Okay.
Um, but they usually have it going towards the end of September. So that'll be that one. And then the Paracon in San Marcos, we usually have it like October 2nd, October 3rd to kind of kick off the spooky season.
Okay.
Because a lot of people here in San Marcos, they're just now opening up that they're like mediums and they're gifted and they're into the paranormal. It was real hush hush here in San Marcos for a while. So now it's like with the opening of the coffee shop, there's a place for people like me to go and hang out and kind of, get to know each other. A lot more people have been coming out, and which I think is awesome for San Marcos. So yeah, we try to have it at the beginning of October to kind of kick off the spooky season, so to speak.
Nice. Nice. Yeah, coming out of the broom closet.
Yeah,
Hmm.
literally.
Yep.
That reminds
Yeah.
me of a bad joke I heard once.
Never mind. You might want to just put a lid on that one. Just-
Yeah, I'll tell you guys off the air. Has to do with an Indian in the cupboard. I don't know.
Yeah, okay. Which was a really good movie in my world, but that's okay. Um,
I read the book in school.
did you?
Yeah,
I read the
Yeah,
book.
cool.
and they
Yeah,
kept looking at me because I was the only Indian in the class.
I've got more traveling coming up this year. I'll be, like I'm doing the caps.
Hmm.
Yep.
I'll have a couple of different ones in the Upper Peninsula of Michigan.
Right.
Um, let's see what else. Oh, Penn, Ohio. I'm doing the Penn, Ohio Bigfoot and Paracon, and
That's
Nice.
that's
awesome.
end of March. Um, Going to England, doing the yeah, what is it, CryptidCon UK
Oh,
in
that's so
England,
cool.
Nice.
and I'll be hanging out for a week or two and doing some other projects while I'm there. Let me see.
Have you
Oh,
found a big enough suitcase to put me in yet?
I'm
Hey,
gonna
I didn't
mail
necessarily
you
need
there. I'm just
suitcases.
gonna
I
mail
don't
you there
care.
in a shipping container.
That works for me. I'll grab some catheters, a couple of cases of sun drop and some beef jerky. I'm set.
I was about to say, don't forget the beef jerky. You gotta have beef
Oh,
I gotta have the
gotta
beef
have
jerky.
for real.
And are you doing Paranormal Rockdown this year?
I don't know. I haven't really decided about what
Okay.
events I want to do yet. Or which actually, wait a minute. Time out. Yes. Now you talk about this. I was just talking to Chris a couple weeks ago, and yes, I will be at Paranormal Rockdown.
Awesome.
I
Yeah.
forgot me and him had set something up.
Yep. Paranormal
So,
Rockdown, that's in July.
yep. So, yep. There's one confirmed
Yep.
date. You want to come out and see me? You know that you can find me there. One
Yep.
of our favorite places will be up here,
Broadhead
Broadhead Manor.
Manor.
Oh,
Yep.
Yeah.
nice. Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. And then I am set up with the main Paranormal and Horror Con in Augusta.
Oh,
Okay.
So I'll be doing
fun.
that, and that is at the beginning of September. So, yeah,
That's
and
awesome.
Nice.
I'm doing those bookings, but I'm adding more bookings as we're going. I'm adding more events. I'm doing more of the local psychic fairs and more of the local, let's see, I'll be doing stuff with Beyond the Veil
Oh,
and
nice. Yeah.
and
Yep. I plan on trying to catch a couple of events this year.
yeah, a couple of
You
their
know,
events
I love them
probably.
guys.
I like the
Yeah, the
Minnesota events.
scheduling.
They're, because I always get to go to like Minnesota's so beautiful. Like Wisconsin is too, but Minnesota's just, I don't know, it's a different feeling. I like going there. So,
Hmm.
I'll be doing a couple of those and yeah, getting my travel schedule back on because this last month without doing a lot of traveling, it's been rough.
A rolling stone grows no moss.
Oh, yeah. And I am definitely nomadic. So,
Yeah.
but yeah, so I mean, there's so many, I'm noticing that there are so many more conventions now
They
than there
are.
used to
Mhm.
be.
Yeah.
Like, if you have an unlimited budget, you could be going to at least one a weekend
Yeah.
Yep.
somewhere.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
That's what I love about the paranormal. It's like,
Maybe we should look at taking Red Road on the convention circuit.
There's a thought.
"Mm,
There's a thought.
Do
I'm just
lives from the events.
come see me up
Yeah,
here.
I tend to do lives from the events anyway. But
Right?
yep. Um, yeah, I'm excited about all of that.
Put it in the comments, guys, if you want to see us live in your town. Let us know where you're from
There you
and
go.
any events that might be coming to your area.
That'd be cool.
Yep. Yeah, that'd be fun. I know I'm
I
gonna
think
try to
so.
catch up with Para with an Abnormal
Mm.
with Mike and Mary Lynn at a few
Okay.
events. I'm gonna try to catch up with them at some events and yeah, we'll see what happens, I've really just kind of gone, okay, universe, lead, I'm following. Let's see where it goes.
Sometimes they lead you into some really great paths and they introduce you to
Mm-hmm.
some really cool people.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. If you'd have told me 2 years ago I'd be sitting here doing what I'm doing now, I'd told you, nah, yeah, right, you're full of it. That door opened, and next thing you know, it's been one hell of a roller coaster.
Yep.
Yep. Life is
Yeah,
crazy like that sometimes.
Yep.
it is. But I'd rather have life be an adventure than not.
Exactly.
Exactly. That's
Yeah.
called living life instead of just experiencing it.
Right.
Yep.
Right.
That's
You
true.
know, I was sick of existing, and the minute I said I was ready to experience, doors started opening.
Yep.
Same. Same.
Yeah.
Exactly. And I have met so many cool people through not only the paranormal but also the spiritual, through the wellness
Yeah.
fairs and the health fairs and the psychic fairs and those sorts of
Yeah.
things. And one thing leading to another, to another, to another, and it's just been amazing. It's
That it
just,
has.
yeah, it's an amazing ride when you let it be.
That's true. Yeah. Like I said, just this past year, I was at the Paranormal Fest in San Antonio. I was a guest speaker on the Texas Paranormal panel, and I met one of the nicest mediums I've ever met. And she was like, "You're really gifted." And I was like, "You don't say." And she was like, "I would like to mentor you." I was like, "I'd love that." And then my friend Andrea, who owns the Triple Six, which is a gothic coffee shop here in San Marcos, she had a medium go in and rent out one of the rooms to do tarot reading. I'd stopped by one day to help her fix up the space before I went to work. And sure enough, this other medium was like, "You're very intuitive." And I looked at Andrea, she was like, "I didn't say nothing." And I was
Uh,
like,
excuse me, spoiler. I told you that a year ago on your show, over a year ago.
"You did. You really did." Yes, I have. I am so grateful for meeting you two. There's been times when I just don't want to do it anymore because I feel like I don't have what it takes, so to speak. And so I'll turn to Rez and I'm like, "Hey, I need your help."
Good
Hmm.
person
And
to
he
turn
loves
to.
advice. Yeah.
Yeah, it seems to be I keep getting put in that kind of that guidance leader, reluctant teacher role. You're not the only one that does it to me, so don't worry.
Oh no, I
But
know the first time I ever met you. I know Donna and Kimmy, they're like, that's our shaman, that's our boy. And I was like, okay, cool. And then
Yeah.
I got to know you, and I'm like, I see why.
It's funny. That term shaman, we don't have that in my tribe. That doesn't exist.
A lot of
Wow.
them
So
don't. That's the funny thing.
exactly.
It's like that word did not come from
You know,
Native
you
America.
have,
Yeah.
yeah, you have it in some of the southern tribes.
Yeah.
They've adopted that to the language, but up
Mhm.
here, no, we have elders and teachers and stuff
Right.
like that. But everyone talks about my shamanic journey. No, this is just my journey, dude.
Mhm.
Yeah, it's just your journey. Yeah.
you
Yeah.
know, but yeah, anyone that can ever help or, you know, I'm always willing to put a helping hand, give my 2 cents in on it, or see what my guides say about things.
Well, on behalf of me and everyone else you've helped, we greatly
Hmm?
appreciate it. And we
Well,
thank
thank you. Makes me feel warmed and loved.
you. You should. Because you are very much, y'all, both of you guys are amazing. I'm so glad I could
Thank
call you
you.
guys my friends.
You just gave Rez
Yeah,
a great big warm fuzzy.
yeah. In
In
my
his
heart. Let's
heart.
clarify
In
that.
his heart. That's what a warm fuzzy is, in the heart.
Okay. Some people might think it's somewhere else.
I
Well,
knew.
that's not my problem.
All right. We're just clarifying here. We've had to do that the entire night. Don't want to
I
stop
know.
clarifying
Right.
things now.
Yeah.
Don't
You know,
take it
it's
the
kind
wrong
of
way.
funny. Like you lean back like that, and it looks like you're almost ready to go over a cliff. It's like, oh.
Well, I go far enough back, I will disappear out of that, and you won't see me no more.
Oh my gosh. Wow.
You got to leave us with a cliffhanger and then do that.
Yeah,
All
there you
right.
go.
Well, guys,
Well, Sydney, I hope that at some point I get the chance to work with you in the paranormal and get out there with you. That would be fun.
I would love that. Yes, y'all are always welcome in my part of the town. Texas is.
Awesome.
I I told you before, the easiest way to get me down there is send me a ticket for the dog. I'll be on my way. Greyhound comes right out of Green Bay and heads south.
I'll send for both of you guys and we will have a blast. So many awesome places out here that a lot of people
Yeah.
don't know about. Like
Yeah,
they're like, oh, you're from San Antonio. That place is haunted because of the Alamo. There's a bunch of other stories. You have the Battle of Salado. You have um like all the other stuff that happened. Like there was an 18-wheeler that ditched a bunch of my immigrants on the side of the road. Their stories are out there. There's just so many
yeah.
places in San Antonio. And then
Yeah.
in San Marcos, where I'm from, we have the Gary witches, which is a mother-daughter trio that they swore were witches here in San Marcos. And their stories are left untold, but there's a place where they think that they would go to meet to do their seances and stuff. And then you have the little towns like Lockhart and Luling and Seguin and Schneider and all the other towns in Texas.
You know, I have to say, I mean, like, I've never been to Texas,
I
but I've been
drove
in a
through it once.
lot of other places. And a lot of the small towns, I'm going to say, are pretty creepy.
Hmm.
They hold that old energy in because the buildings
Yeah.
are still standing
Oh yeah.
Hmm.
in most cases. Hasn't been released back into the earth and into the universe.
I think
At
that's a
least that's
big
my
part of
theory.
it. I think that's a big part of it. The other part of it is when you go to a more populated area, you have more energy of the living people. So it
Hmm.
Yep.
kind of diffuses any of the paranormal that you would pick up, unless the paranormal is being really brazen
Yeah.
and making
Yeah,
themselves
you get
known.
you get some of them older buildings in the bigger
Hmm.
cities that just loom.
Yeah, yeah.
You can feel the personality coming right out of them, oozing when you walk up to them.
Oh, yeah, yeah,
Hmm.
definitely. But it is easier to pick it up, I think, where there's fewer people.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Oh yeah, for sure.
So I think
not to
that's part of
mention,
it too.
we shine brighter than most. So when you're in a less
Hmm.
dense populated area, that basically you're like a beacon.
Yeah,
Yeah.
And everything in that area is going to be drawn to you more because it's not that many people that are beacons.
that's
That's true.
true.
That is 100%
Yeah,
true.
that is true. You know, okay, so I'm going to bring up something that has been bugging me for years.
Oh,
And I'm just going to toss it out there
I didn't do it, I swear.
and get your opinion on it.
All right.
Okay. All right. How many times have you heard a paranormal investigator or a psychic or anybody who works in this field at any level refer to an old bar as a brothel? Really? Was every old bar in the entire country a brothel? Give me a
No,
break.
no.
Yeah,
Unless I
I
get
agree.
a woman upstairs telling me, hey, how much are you gonna give me? I don't. Unless there's proof that it was a brothel, it's just a bar.
Yep.
Exactly. Maybe it
You
was
have
a
to have
hotel.
tact.
Maybe it was,
A
because
stagecoach stop. Yeah.
there, especially in the
Hmm.
West, a lot of the bars were restaurants, hotels. They were, combo
All in one
everything.
stops.
Yeah, but that doesn't mean that they were all brothels.
I
No.
think the
And just
movie,
because you might have had one worker there doing something on the side doesn't make it a brothel either.
No, it doesn't.
I think that ties back to the whole movie industry kind of making us seem what we're not.
Right,
It's like you see a lot of old westerns, and every single bar was a brothel, and
right.
you're told
Yep.
that it really wasn't like that.
Mm-mm.
Not at all.
I don't think so. I mean, of course, there's always some. It's the world's oldest profession, right? But that just has been driving me crazy for years. Like,
Hmm.
seriously, every old
Well,
bar is not a brothel. Some of
how
them
about
are,
an
but
old
not all of
hotel?
them,
Not all of them. Yeah.
Or old hotel, yes.
Yeah.
But every hotel can be sketchy. So,
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
There's, I
Oh
mean,
yeah.
sure, there's always that one hotel though where it's like someone committed suicide.
yeah.
My thing, is
Um,
like you're
Find
too,
me a hotel that's older than a year that there hasn't been a suicide at.
Or an
I don't,
attempt. Yeah.
Yeah.
but not every hotel has the girl who committed suicide because her boyfriend didn't come back or her husband was cheating on her or she got pregnant out of wedlock. Like, are you sure that
Yeah.
wasn't really sad in the point of her life when she just felt that was the best way out?
Right.
Yeah.
Mhm.
It's
Yeah.
great.
We always seem to need stories, don't we?
Oh yeah.
Mhm.
Like
I want truth.
Yeah.
those are everywhere.
Yeah. Stories everywhere. Yeah.
Mhm.
That's just been bugging me for years. And I just decided to finally say it. Like, come on.
Right. Well, that's the same thing that
Yeah.
gets me is some places haunted 'cause it's on an ancient Indian burial ground. The entire freaking continent's an ancient fucking Indian burial
Yeah.
ground. Come on now.
Dude,
Mhm.
It happens.
I know. You're gonna get us in trouble.
Hey, we're not monetized yet, so
That's true.
It's true.
I,
So follow us so we can get monetized. There we go.
right.
Yes.
Like, share, subscribe.
And then we'll do this thing where anytime he says something he's supposed to, we'll have to like put $1 in the jar or something.
I'm gonna be poor before this season's over with.
You need one of those 5-gallon ones.
There you
I,
go.
I gotta get a beat buzzer.
You would get
Just like I said, the first
down.
season we needed a bullshit button. I'm gonna need a buzzer too.
Gonna definitely need a buzzer. I have to take a class or something and learn how to edit. Anyway, this show has just been pure silliness and fun. So thank you, Sydney, for bringing in the fun.
You're welcome.
Yes, I think the three of us needed a night of fun, and
Absolutely.
that's what brought us together tonight to do it like this.
Yeah.
Yep,
Yeah.
I
Come
agree.
back anytime, Sydney.
Oh,
Anytime.
I would love
Oh,
to.
she'll be back.
Oh
Yeah,
yeah.
I'll make sure of it. You never know. We might catch her on the live with us.
I
Maybe.
would love to.
Yeah,
Yeah,
you
that would
know,
be fun.
get me down to Texas and we'll do a live stream investigation.
That would be great.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So we are this show actually goes out on the 26th of December. So I hope you all had a nice Christmas for those who
Yep.
celebrate, and a happy new year coming up.
Yes.
Yes, and a
Yeah.
safe New Year
Yes.
I want to talk to you guys in person, not through spirit.
Yep.
It's a little
Exactly.
bit easier to communicate, guys. So
Yeah.
just saying, all right, be safe out
Yeah.
there this year.
I
Please.
mean, it would be kind of fun to make someone's like K2 meter go off, but I don't
Yeah,
want to do that for years and years and years down the line.
Yeah, you
yeah.
kind of have
See,
to like shift your format to be able to do that.
I just
Yeah.
want to walk around, and kick people in their rear, and like, how was that?
There you go.
Sit back and just poke them.
You just sit there and poke 'em. You would be that ghost.
He would
Oh,
be. Absolutely.
I'm also the same one that's gonna when you talk me through the spirit box, you hear it, your mama. That's what
Well,
she
did you hear
said.
that? That was just
Uh, well, you know which word we're going to be using if and when he comes through a spirit box. So,
yeah.
Maybe not.
oh, we all know it.
We all know.
Can I help being a lovable asshole?
Oh my gosh. All right, everybody.
All right.
Happy New
Happy New Year.
Year.
We love you. Thank you for listening
Yes.
to our nonsense tonight
Yes.
and
Thank you.
all our fun.
Yeah. And, come back for more fun. And also come back for more education because every time that
Yeah.
we have Sean Stevens come on, we learn a lot.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
So, and more, not just him, but he was the first name that popped into my head. So,
Oh yeah.
yeah.
Like if this is your first show with us, go back, watch from the beginning seasons. We've had a lot of great guests that, bring a wealth of knowledge in several different areas.
Right.
And you have other ones that are fun and loving, just like we've been tonight.
Right. And one more
So,
thing, we're now a podcast on Podbean. So,
yay, we're hitting the big times.
yay, we're hitting the big time. So, a lot of these shows that we have already recorded over the past year, can you believe it's been a year? Oh my gosh.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah,
Over a year.
over a year. Those are getting put onto Podbean, but we will also be spreading them out to Spotify, iTunes, and a bunch of other outlets in the coming, probably in January, maybe February. We'll be getting those out so that you can listen to us on the go when you don't have internet. You can just download the shows onto your. I don't even know how do podcasts work. Like I'm so ridiculous.
Download to your computer, your phone, whatever.
Your tablet, your computer.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
So
Whatever electronic device you use, you can find us on.
yeah.
That's a
Yes.
scary thought.
All
That is
right.
scary.
So um, for my part of it, you will be able to find Red Road Paranormal, Breakfast with Bobby, and Paramystic Christina out on podcasts. So yeah, super
Um,
excited. And eventually, people are going to get really used to my voice and go, "Hey, where'd you go?"
right?
Awesome. Um,
And, I do want to say for any of you that are listening, watching, thank you. But if you have an experience or a story that you'd like to share with us, please reach out to us either via Facebook or through our Gmail, Red Road Paranormal Gmail account, or Red Road Paranormal Podcast Gmail. I don't know. One of the two.
I'll look it up.
Yeah. We'll put it in the links.
I believe it's Red Road
Red Road
Paranormal at
Red.
gmail.com.
There you go. I haven't
Yeah,
used it in a while, but yes, that's it.
yes. So you can
I
find
think I,
us,
I think
yeah.
I remember. I set it up, but still.
Red Road
But
Paranormal.
yeah, yeah. Do you wanna be a guest? We're booking.
Yep,
Come sit with us. Have a good time. Tell us everything that you got to tell us.
let's do it. Yeah,
All
look forward to
right,
hearing from everybody. All
definitely.
right. Everyone have again your I hope you had a great Christmas if you celebrate. I hope you had a great solstice if you celebrate. Hanukkah, whatever it is that you're celebrating at this time of year, I hope that it has been and will continue to be amazing for you. And Happy New Year.
Happy New Year's.
Yep.
All
Happy New
right.
Year's.
Take care.